Hey, this is Jan from DifferenceInskill, and I'm bringing you an update on the team tournament that is happening very soon. Now, for July, I think it's July right now. Yep, July 21st, 2012, we are having another Cardfight Vanguard team tournament. Now, what is a team tournament, you ask? So, basically, it's a 3-on-3 where three players will play against another 3 players. And there's going to be different decks, and games will only be best of 1. Now, how does this work? So say this is Team A. Now, it won't be nearly as good as this, but I'll just, pretend with these cards. Alright, so this is Team A, and this is Team B. So the players from Team A will write on a sheet of paper that I will hand out before the tournament starts. They will sign up, say, player 1 is playing Majesty, player 2 is playing this, and player 3 is playing this. I know it's all Royal Paladin, but don't worry, it's just an example. And then the next team will be like, okay, so we have Majesty Lord first, Royal Paladin second, and Overlord The End third. So now, after I get all these sheets, I will put these numbers in the computer, and then I will, or if the computer's not available, I will simply just draw names out of a hat. And then we'll have your matchups. So say these 2 players were both player 1, so they will clash, and the winner will move on, and the loser will stay behind. So now say it wins like this. So this person beats this person beats this person. The last 2 people don't even have to play because they won the best 2 out of 3. They won the best of 3. So their team A, or this team, will advance onto the next round. Now the other team will have a chance at victory. It will be Swiss, so coming first is impossible, but coming second is possible if you lost 1 round. So yeah, basically it's just a best of 1 between 3 people. 3 people play best of 1s, and the team who wins, will just win. Anyways, so the entry and stuff, I'm not sure yet. I need to go talk with the guys over at KrSr. They're helping me out this time. So they're going to be grabbing me my set 7. So yeah, the first place will be a full box of set 7. The second place will be 15 packs, as always. So yeah, I hope you guys will make it. And there are a few rules to this. Due to the overwhelming amount of people who have been playing only tier 1 decks in their team, it's been kind of depressing when people just play against the same tier 0 decks all over and over again. So for this team tournament, we've designed a little tier list, you could say, on how this tournament will run. So each team, and don't worry guys, I'm going to be posting this in the description below, and I'll put some annotations somewhere along the screen to show you the point system. So now I'll go on to the point system, and as I talk, I'll have Overlord The End out here to support me. Hell yeah. And I guess I'll have Lawkeeper too. Lawkeeper's pretty cool. Alright, yeah, these guys will talk a lot. Imagine them talking to you. How awesome it would be. How on fire you'd be if they were talking to you. Anyways, so for the point system, each team will have 3 teammates. Now, due to the fact, once again, that people have been playing Overlord The End, Majesty Lord Blaster, Phantom Blaster, Overlord, the games aren't really too fair. Now, I just kicked out my wireless internet, so I gotta plug it back in. Anywho, so, now each team will have to have a point value. Now, this point value can only add up to 20, no more, but you can have less. So, what is this point thing? So I'll explain it right now. Overlord The End, that deck, if you have that deck in your team, that deck is worth 11 points. Now, it's oh, what about it? It's worth 11 points. Now that means you only have 9 points left to spend. You can have a tier 1 deck and a tier 2 deck, or 2 tier 2 decks, or a really strong tier 1, etc., etc. Now, say your team is Overlord The End, 11 points, and, I don't know, Gold Paladin, 7 points. Then you have 2 points left to spare, and the only thing you choose is now Tachikaze. So now your team has the weakest link. Now, if that one person loses, which, you know, the tiers are designed because, designed by us, due to, like, what we see, what we think is good, what we've come up with, basically. So now on to all the points. Now, Overlord The End, tier 0, will be at, actually, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to have a pointing stick, and then I'm going to, like, try to put everything, like that, and then I'm going to probably fail at it. So, Overlord The End, put it right here, will be 11 points. Majesty Lord Blaster, 10 points. Phantom Buster Overlord, 10 points. Royal Paladin, 8 points. Kagero, 8 points. Shadow Paladin, 8 points. Now, Kagero, Royal Paladin, Shadow Paladin, those are basically decks that do not run their cross-rided or Majesty Lord Blaster forms. So say you're playing Lawkeeper, that's considered Kagero. If you're playing just Soul Savior Alfred Beat, or like whatever you can play, Galahad, whatever, you're playing Royal Paladin. If you're playing like Phantom Blaster Dragon, and no Phantom Blaster Overlord or Dark Dictator, you're playing Shadow Paladin, so it's that simple. Now, there's going to be an extra amount of rules and stuff because of how people try to cheat the system, but we'll continue right now. So, something similar here. Great Nature, 8 points. Pale Moon, 7 points. Dark Irregular, 7 points. Oracle Think Tank, no matter what build you're playing, 7 points. Bermuda Triangle, 7 points. Gold Paladin, 7 points. Narukami, 6 points. Spike Brothers, 6 points. Let's see. Dimensional Police, 5 points. GrandBlue, 5 points. Nova Grappler, 4 points. Mega Coloney, 4 points. Angel Feather, 3 points. Neo Nectar, 3 points. Murakumo, 3 points. And lastly, Tachikaze, 2 points. Now, everyone's going to be like, oh, I'm going to just tech a Deathrax and say I'm playing Tachikaze. Now, we thought about that. There are loopholes around it, of course. But if you're going to proclaim that you're playing a deck, say, Tachikaze, your deck will need to have at least 26 cards to be Tachikaze. You need the majority of your deck count to be one clan in order to say you're playing that clan. Now, people can say, what if people are just teching, like I don't know, the random beaters that Tachikaze has, and they're playing Overlord The End. Now, it's going to be super inconsistent, so it's totally fine. I mean, Overlord The End even just sucks with other races, because Overlord The End will lose power, becoming a 9k, and then 11k if you cross-ride it, so it's not actually that great. So, like, why don't you just play, you know, Overlord The End? So, anywho, that's going to be basically how it works. Let's see, anything else we need to go to? Anything else? I think I covered all of it for once. I probably missed something somewhere along the line. There will be, like, annotations and stuff, hopefully, that I can possibly make happen. Now, let's see what else. Actually, you know what? For the annotations, I'm just gonna put them like all at once. And fuck it. I'll see what I can do. Description below, location and stuff all below. And if you guys want to hear it for some reason, we'll be hosting this at we, as in me, Chan from DifferenceInskill, and the guys over at KrSr for sponsoring me to do so. We'll be holding it at Connection Games and Comics at Marine Drive. The place is being torn down for an apartment soon, so yeah, might as well have our last team tournament there, and then, you know, skedaddle. So hope people can make it, and the reason why I'm making a new video is because I got a PM recently that had a team from YouTube, or maybe they know me in real life and didn't tell me, and they said, I'll tell my team and see if we can make it. So, for the past few team tournaments, there have been no outside teams, so it would be cool to see some YouTuber teams that come up and try to, like, you know, play and, you know, see what it's like, play against, like, so-called the best, lol, 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 or, like, you know, just to see what it's like to play against Overlord The End, because I'm sure not a lot of people have this deck, especially in, where we live. So, yeah, hope you guys can make it. and have fun. Bye.